A very warm welcome to one and all present here. My name is Tanya Gupta and I am from BTech CSE third year, and I am the technical head at GDSC GLB ITM. Today's workshop is being conducted to brief you about open source contribution, Hacktoberfest, Git and GitHub. I hope that you all have Git installed on your system. The flow of today's event would be introduction to open source, what is Git and GitHub, procedure to make a pull request. For any queries, you can post it in the chat box. We'll be there to help you out. So let's proceed. Open source contribution. The three fancy words. What do they actually mean? Why are they relevant to us? Such questions might definitely strike your mind. Hold your seats tight. We've got you covered. We all know about Linux, Android, right? And at many places, you might have read that they are open source softwares. So basically, in simple terms, open source software is a type of software whose code is publicly available to use and modify. Open source refers to the software, but it's not just limited to softwares. You can collaborate on just about anything you like. There are books, recipes, lists, and classes that get developed as open source projects. Open source is something that each one of us is inevitably using every day, possibly without being aware of it. Open source contribution involves contributing to the development or improvement of the open source software. Contributing to open source can be a rewarding way to learn, teach, and build experience in just about any skills you can imagine. If you are new to open source, the process can be intimidating. How do you find the right project? What if you don't know how to code? What if something goes wrong? Contributing to open source happens at all levels, across the project. You don't need to overthink what exactly your first contribution will be or how it will look. Instead, start thinking about the projects you already use or want to use. The projects you'll actively contribute to are ones that you find yourself coming back to. The community of open source contributors has seen a huge expansion lately. Considering this, many companies, the big giants included, conduct certain events to encourage the developers to contribute. Some major events are Hacktoberfest by DigitalOcean, Google Summer of Code by Google, Season of KDE, MLH Fellowship, and many more. The ongoing event is the Hacktoberfest. It is the month of contribution for pros as well as beginners. Even it is a great way to kickstart your open source journey. Participants are given swags in order to encourage more contributions. Another interesting event is the Google Summer of Code. And there is an event that is Google Summer of Docs too. The contributors who have great performance are awarded monetary benefits. A question that might be striking your mind is that how and where do we do open source contribution? Well, a major aid to this is Git and GitHub. From here, Bhuvnesh will guide you to the Git and GitHub.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Bhuvnesh Sharma, and today I'm going to tell you about Git and GitHub. I will try to simplify the concepts as much as I can. So let us start with Git. What is Git? You must have heard that Git is a version control system, but what does that really mean? Let us understand this with the help of an example. Suppose you made an Android app. After some time, you added a new feature which didn't work according to your expectations. What will you do then? Will you remember the changes you made in the code so that you can erase them? No, right? Here comes the version control system, that is Git. It keeps a track of the changes you do in the code. Whenever you make a change in the code, you have to commit those changes so that they are saved as a version. So what is a commit? A commit is basically an operation which sends the latest changes of the source code to the repository. Also, you can revert back to the previous versions whenever you want to. Here, a version can either be a small change or a big change in the file. Git is also used to work with the team, but it has a drawback which we will discuss in some time. Before that, let us have a look on the commands used to work with the Git. First command is git init. This command is used to initialize a Git repository, or we can say that it tells the Git about the folder it has to track. This command creates a .git folder where all the history of the changes is saved. Second command is git add. After we made changes to a file, we run this command to move that file to the stage. Now, what is a stage? A stage is basically a place where our files get ready to be committed. If we add a file to a stage by mistake, we can also unstage them and add other file. To unstage, we use git restore --" stage command. Third command is git commit -m and a descriptive message. We run this command after git add command. It saves the changes made in the file to Git database. Git status. This command is used to see, track, untracked files and changes made to the file. Git log shows the history of the commits made. Git reset commit ID. This command is used to remove all the commits made after the mentioned commit ID. Branches. Now, what are branches? So a branch basically allows other developers or team members to contribute on same project. What they do is they create a new branch and write their piece of code so that the main source code doesn't get affected. Later, their code can be merged into the master branch. In this diagram, as you can see, there is a master branch from which we can create another branch using git branch command. And then we can add our files to new branch. To add our files to new branch, we have to switch to the new branch using git checkout branch command. After we finish working in new branch, we will switch back to master branch and merge the new branch to master branch using git merge. Now let us see what problem arise in working with team using Git only. First of all, Git stores all the history locally. So if you want to work in team, you have to copy that repository into your system and make changes. By this process, you can only collaborate with your friends. So to overcome this problem and making people from all over the world to collaborate on a single project remotely, GitHub was developed by some individuals. So what is GitHub? A GitHub is basically a web-based interface that uses Git and lets multiple people make separate changes at same time. It was developed by 4 individuals and later was acquired by Microsoft. It was made with an aim to encourage collaborations at a global level. After the development of GitHub, some more commands were added to the Git, such as git clone. This command is used to clone a repository from GitHub. Git push. This command is used to upload all the changes you made to files on your local system to the GitHub. Git pull. Suppose you clone a repository from GitHub and someone else made changes to the same repository on GitHub. So when you will push your changes, it will show an error as your downloaded repository will not be even with the repository on GitHub. So, so you will use git pull command to download the changes made by the third person, and then only you can push your changes. Now let us see some commands by running them on git bash. So let us create a folder name ABC. Now we will open git bash here. To make it a git repository, we will write the command git init. This will create a .git folder. As you can see, it is an invisible folder, but I have turned on show hidden files, so it's showing it here. Now we'll create a, now we will see the status of the repository. So as you can see, there are no commits yet. Now we'll create a txt file. As you can see, a hello.txt file is created here. Now, if we check the status, it will show an untracked file, which is hello.txt. So if we want Git to keep a track of it, we will add this file to the staging area. And now we will commit these changes. And now if we check the status, our working tree is clean and Git is tracking the hello file. Now, if we check the log, it will show the commits made. So here you can see that I made a commit on this date, time, and this is my commit ID. And this is my message which I wrote, and it is on master branch, which is main branch. Now let us modify this file. We'll write hello world and save it. Now if we check the status, it will show that hello.txt has been modified. So we have to again add it to the page. And commit. Now if we check the status, its working tree is clean, which means that it is even with the repository. Now if we check the log, okay, so it's showing that this was my initial commit and this was my second commit. Okay, so now if I want that this is my master branch now. Okay, so if I want that, I want to delete, I want to revert this commit and I want to move to this commit only, then what I will do is I'll write git reset -- staged, and I'll copy this and paste it here. Oops. Okay. Git just a second. Okay. Okay, so we have unstaged the changes, and if we check the log, now there is only first commit, that is initial commit, and the second commit has been unstaged. And okay, so now let us create another branch and name it as dev. Now we switch the branch to make changes in the dev branch. Okay. Okay, now it's showing dev here, which this means that now we will work on dev branch. We'll check the status. So hello, it's as it is another branch, so it will show that hello.txt has been modified. So we have to add and commit this. So now let's create another file in dev branch. So name it as xyz. So as you can see that there is a file created .xyz. Now if we switch to master branch, let us see what happens. Git master. Check out dev. So now we are in dev branch. So let's create another xyz file. Oh, and now we check the status. So xyz file is untracked in dev branch. So we have to track it. So xyz and hello both are in dev branch. So if we switch to master branch, the xyz file has disappeared. So now we are in master branch and that xyz file was in dev branch. Let's check out that. If we switch again to dev branch, you can see that xyz again appears. So like this, we can create another branch and work on it, and then later on merge our code in the master branch. So to merge, we have to first switch to master branch. And then here xyz is not visible. So now we will merge it using git merge dev. So now master branch and dev branch both are merged, and as you can see, this is master branch and xyz file is here. Okay, so that was it.
Okay. We hope that now you are clear with the concepts of Git and GitHub. A special Git cheat sheet will also be shared with you to keep the things sorted. Now Anurag will guide you about Git and GitHub and to how to make a PR, following which we have an activity for you. So stay tuned. Carry over to you, Anurag.
Hello everyone, I'm Anurag Pathak, second year CSAI branch. So today I'll take you through the steps by following which you can make your first PR. and you can keep track about of all the steps that I'll be doing. I hope my screen is visible to you all. So to show you all the steps of how to make a PR, we will be using our this repository, that is DSC GL Bajaj, that open source in it. What we have to do, we have to make a PR on this repository. So we cannot make a PR onto a repository of someone else. We have to make that repository of our own, because if that would be possible, then that would be a great disaster. So for making this PR, for making this repository of our own, we need to fork it. So you just, is there anyone having any doubt? Okay, so what we'll do, we'll click on this fork button. So what is this fork for? This fork is used, if you click on this fork button, this whole repository will be cloned to your own ID. For example, if I click on this fork button, so now this open source init is a part of my repository. Initially, it was the part of DSC GL Bajaj. Since this repository is now under my account, so now I can directly make changes to this repository, and after that we can make a PR onto that on the original repository. So now this repository is on GitHub. We cannot touch it. We cannot do anything until and unless this repository is a part of our own local system. To make it a part of our own local system, what we have to do, we need to copy this HTTPS code. But before that, let's go to the terminal. And for those who are using their terminal and or Git Bash for the first time, they need to follow two basic steps. You have to git config what you have to do, git config minus minus global and user dot name space. So this is my username. For those who don't know where to find your username, just go to your GitHub. Here you can find your small icon and click on this. This is your username. Signed in as, this is your username. Now you can put your username here and press enter. Then again you have to config your email ID. Config minus minus global user dot sorry, user dot email. Now this is my email ID, so you have to put your own email ID. So after this, your local system is now connected to the GitHub account, which is my GitHub account is Anurag Pathak. So this is my GitHub account, and you can connect your local system to the GitHub account. Now to for using that repo, um, for using this repository on your own local system, you need to clone it. So what is the command for cloning a repository to your local system? That is git clone and the URL of the repository. So this is the URL of the repository, https github, and this is the URL of the repository. You need to go to the terminal, type git clone and paste the URL. Press enter. Okay, so I have already cloned my repository, so I need to change my directory so that I can show it to you. Uh, okay, so I am on my desktop now where I don't have that repository. So I'll run that command again, git clone, and we'll paste the URL, enter. So now you can see that I have cloned the repository. If I will ls means you can see all the contents in on that directory. So we have this folder here, open source in it. So I will cd into the folder. Now I'm inside this repository. I'm in this repository. Now I need to know what are the documents or what are the files inside this repository. So ls and so there is this one file. So what I need to do, I need to create another branch so that I do not change the main branch. So for creating a branch, what is the uh, command for that? Get branch, and you can type anything. You can name your branch of anything XYZ, anything you would like to do. But what I will suggest you to make your branch name of your name. For example, my name is Anurag, so my branch name would also be Anurag. So that would be helpful to for the owner of the repository. He can know that who has made this changes, whose branch is this. So now I've created the branch. I need to check out to my branch. So check out Anurag. So now I am my branch Anurag. So I need to do some changes. So for example, I am creating a docs file. So that is docs.txt. So now my file has been created. You can see in the desktop. So this is my file, and I need to change something. So I've opened it. I need to change something. I can type anything. For you have to type username space, and my username is Anurag Pathak. Then your email. My email is pathakanurag605 gmail.com. Then your bio. For example, I am a second year student in CSAI branch. So you can write your own bio here. For those who cannot see, so this is the format which you need to follow in the activity which we'll be doing shortly. So your username, email, and your bio. Okay, now save it. Okay, so coming to the terminal again. So now I need to see the status. So what is the command for that? Get status. So I have this file which is untracked, or that means which is unstaged. To stage this file onto the staging area, so we'll use get, add, and file name. So file name is docs.txt. So if I again go to the status, so now this file has been staged. Now the file has been staged. Now the third thing we need to do is, now we need to commit it. So we'll click on get commit -m and created by Anurag. You can give any message. So get commit -m is for giving a message. So now the message is created by Anurag. You can give any method, but for the activity which we are going to do, you need to follow this format only. Get commit -m created by Anurag. Now, so the changes have been committed. Now we need to push this changes onto the GitHub. So what is the command for that? The command is git push origin. Origin is the URL. Origin is the URL from which you have copied. So in this case, what is the origin? Origin is GDSC. GDSC is one open source init. And there is another URL that is our own repository, that is Anurag Pathak open source init. Let me show you. So this is Anurag Pathak open source init. So this is an upstream URL, and that the original, that is DSC GL Bajaj open source init. This is the origin URL. So now you need to make changes to the origin URL. So that's why we are pushing our changes to the origin URL. And which branch we need to push? So we need to push Anurag. So this is the branch we need to push. So we'll click enter, and so changes have been pushed onto the website. As you'll go here, you can see a button compare and pull request. So just click on this compare and pull request. So this is the base repository, that is DSC open source. The branch is base branch is main, and head repository, that means the repository which you have used to make changes onto the base repository, is Anurag Pathak open source init. And what is the branch? That is Anurag branch. So now you have created, you need to give a message. So basically this message is the same, that is your commit message. So let it be the same. Then you can create pull request. So tada, your first PR is submitted. You can check here, click on the pull request. So this is the pull request that I have made, created by Anurag, and this is the latest pull request. So if is anyone having any doubt in the steps that I followed, anything anyone wants to ask, any doubt, or you want me to something, if you want me to repeat something. Is everyone ready for the activity? Okay, let me brief what I have told you. So this is the process of a PR. So for what is the first thing that we'll do? We'll fork it. So why do we fork it? Because we cannot directly change to the origin URL. Origin URL is the main repository. So what we have to do, we have to make that repository our own repository so that we can make changes. Second is git clone and the URL. Git clone URL, in the URL section, we have to put our URL, and that URL needs to be upstream URL. That means the repository that is our own repository. And what do we do with git clone? We clone the repository which is on the GitHub to our own local system. So the third thing which we need to do, we need to create a branch. Git branch, your name. This is the basic format. You can name your branch anything, but this is the format that is usually recommended. So git branch, your name. Then you need to check out to the branch. So git checkout branch name. Second, now you need to add your files to the staging area. That is the fourth part. Git add your file name, or if you want to add all the files that is inside your folder, so you can also use git add and a dot. Git add dot, that will allow you to stage all the files at in one time. So then after adding your file to the staging area, you need to commit. So git commit -m, a commit message, which can be anything you would like to add to the commit, so that you can in future you can distinguish between your commits without actually seeing that commit. So now git push origin branch name. So this command is used to push your code onto the GitHub. So as you git push origin, origin is the URL, that is the base URL, and branch name, the same branch which you have changed. So now, so you have pushed the changes. Now go to the GitHub. You will see a green button, create pull request. You'll click on that, and your pull request will be submitted. So am I clear to everyone? Anyone needs to ask anything, you are free to ask your doubts. So I hope everybody gets what I told. So thank you very much.
It was great, Anurag. Now, anyone who has any queries in the procedure can post it in the chat box. Now, as you have seen the procedure to make a PR, now we have a challenge for you in hand. Your task is to make a pull request with the same procedure as defined before to our repository. You'll find the link in the chat box. You have to create a branch of your name, add an intro text file to it, and make a pull request. The first three mates to make the PR will be given a shout out to on our social media handles. Anurag will be guiding you along. For any queries, just ping us in the chat box. You all may begin.
So let me brief you a little bit once more. So what you have to do, you need to first fork the repository. Second, you need to clone it. Third, you need to create your branch, check out to that branch. Fourth, you have to add your file. Fourth, you have to make changes to your file. Then you would add your file, then commit, then push. So what are the commands? So fork, there is a button in the right top corner. Fork, you need to fork that. Second, you need to clone. So what is the command for cloning? Git clone URL. Third, for creating a branch, git branch your name, and to check out that branch, git checkout your branch name. Fourth, you need to add your file to the staging area. So git add file, and for committing, git commit -m and your message. Git push, for pushing your changes onto the GitHub, you need to type the command git push origin and your branch name. If anyone finds any difficulty, you can ask in the chat box.
All the members who are done with the first step, you can interact with us. You can tell us how if you're facing any problem.
You can also tell us in the chat box on which step are you right now. So everyone done with the first step?
All the members who are done with the first step, please tell us, and just with a yes in the chat box. That's great, Prince. Other members also, please interact with us.
So after you have forked,
That's great,
so,
Antara. That's great, Bhuvnesh.
after you have forked your repository, so you need to clone your repository. So how would you clone it? You need to go to the branch. Let me tell you. You need to go to here to the repository that you have created. So for example, so this is the main repository which you have forked. Go to that code button, click on this link. So now you have copied the URL. Go to your terminal, type the command. Go to your terminal, you can type the command git clone and then the URL, like here git clone, and paste the URL that you have copied. That will clone your repository. If anyone having any problem, you can ask in the chat box itself. Is everybody done with the step 2? Okay, so so I think most of you have done the cloning. So after cloning, what you need to do, you need to create a branch so that you can make changes. So what is the command for that? Git branch and your name. You can name your branch. You can change the name of the branch anything you like, maybe XYZ or anything. But for here also and for most of the commits, I would recommend you to make a branch of your name. For example, git branch and your name. So my name is Anurag, so my branch would be Anurag. Git branch Anurag. Then you need to check out to that branch. So git checkout branch name. And guys, don't forget to check out. So if you have created the branch, then you need to check out to that branch also. So git branch your name, that is Anurag. Git branch Anurag, that is the command. Then after entering that command, second command would be git checkout branch name, that is Anurag. So git checkout Anurag.
Please let us know if anyone is stuck on some steps. We'll try our best to help you out.
Is everyone done with the step 3? So someone is getting a error, not a git repository. I think Prince and Andra is getting. So guys, I think you must have forgot to cd into the repository. You need to go inside the folder. So try that. Try cd and go inside the folder. Cd and the folder name, that is open source in it. Bhuvnesh has provided the command that you need to input in your terminal.
Let us know if your query gets resolved.
Okay.
That's great. Please proceed with these further steps.
So branch name would be your name. For example, your name is Antara, so you can input get branch Antara. Yes, git checkout Antara. Yes. So now you need to create a folder sorry, you need to create a file. You can make the file of your name. For example, uh, type the command touch antara.txt. So in this way, you can create a file, and then inside the file, make changes. You need to input your username, you need to input your email and your bio. So I hope everyone is even with me. If anyone is behind, can tell me and can ask. I can brief the steps again. The command to create a new file is touch and the file name. So for example, your command would be touch prince.txt. Okay, if touch is not recognized, then you can go to that file uh, in your Windows and you can click left click and go to the new and then create file. That is another method. Yes, Miraj, we will give you the cheat sheets after the session completes, at the end of the session. Prince, Antra, and all of you guys, have you created a file? Yes, like normally you have to create a text file as you would create a text file in any other folder. So for directory Prince, you can go to the directory which you have cloned. Like the folder you have cloned is open source init. Go inside the folder, click on left click and create a file. I hope I'm clear. If not, you can ask your doubt again. How to update the document from our system to the GitHub. So now you need to add your file. So the command for that is git add file name, then git commit your changes, git commit -m message, then push your changes onto the GitHub. The command for that is git push origin branch name. Andra, can you please tell me what I need to repeat? Okay, the exact directory, you need to go to the folder which you have cloned. So the folder you have cloned is open source init. Go inside that folder, you would see one or two files, then left click, go to the new and create a file. Create a text file, normal text file. Do let me know when everyone has created a text file. For committing the document, you need to type the command git commit -m double quotes and then your message. So this is the command you can see on the screens: git commit -m and the message. And message would be created by your name. So your name is Miraj, so created by Miraj. Has everyone created their file and made changes to that file?
Okay, guys. So here we have two pull requests, and I would like to take the username of the users. The first PR is created by Anshika, and second PR is created by Sid293. It's great, guys.
Okay, Miraj, you need example how to commit a document. So for example, let me go. So here I have created a docs.txt. So what will I do? In this, you need to type get. Let me change something onto this document. So I'll open it, and my something I would, for example, I have misspelled this. This should be CSAI. CSAI. Now I will save it. Now I'll go to the terminal and type get status. So this file has been modified. Now I need to add this file. So get add docs.txt. Now for committing, get commit -m and message created by Anurag, then return. For pull request, you need to type get push origin and your branch name. Then press enter and your pull request will be done. Then go to the website, that is GitHub. There you would see a green button, compare and pull request. You click on that button. You would be welcome to another interface where you can write some comments or anything. And if you scroll down, you will see a button of create a pull request. Click on that and your pull request would be done. So guys, do fast. We have already got our two winners. And if anyone having any problem, can ask in the chat section.
Please interact with us and tell us that how many of you have run the push command.
So has everyone created and made changes to their file? If you have done changes to the file, then you can type the command. You can perform the fourth step, that is get add and your file name. So you always know that your file name and your name would be the same. So get add and your name .txt. After adding your file to the staging area, you need to commit the changes. So get commit -m and message that would be linked to your commit. After committing your changes, the last step, that is get push origin and your branch name. In this case, your branch name is your name. So get push origin, your name or the branch name.
Okay, great. Now we have our third winner too, that is Prince. Great work, guys. I hope now you all are confident in making a pull request. Any queries with anyone or any doubts you have, please ping us in the chat box. We are ready to help you. Okay, so now I would like to tell you about the Hacktoberfest. Anurag, please can you stop your screen share? So our winners, I would like to first present the screen for the winners. The first PR was created by Anshika Bangar. Second PR was created by Sid293, that is Siddharth Bajpai. Third PR was created by Prince. Great work, guys. You'll be given a shout out on our social media handle. And next, I would like to walk you through the Hacktoberfest 2021 website. Okay, so here's the Hacktoberfest 2021 website. You have to uh, see this website and you have to click on Start Hacking here. You get the procedure to register that I've already registered, so my profile will be displayed here. So here, the Hacktoberfest, you will have to log in with your GitHub account. Here, a track of your GitHub will be maintained. So in this Hacktoberfest challenge, what you have to do is you have to create 4 valid PRs in the repositories who have the tag Hacktoberfest in them. You can search it on GitHub, all the repositories. If you just search on GitHub the Hacktoberfest, so you'll get all the repositories related to it, and you have to make 4 valid PRs. All your contributions will be tracked by the Hacktoberfest website, and if you make your 4 valid PRs, you'll be awarded with tags from their side. So yeah, and as we have already seen the procedure to make a PR, so I hope you all would be completing this Hacktoberfest challenge and adding this completion to your resume too. With this session, thank you for attending it. We'll be glad that you came here to attend this session. Thank you, everyone. You can leave the session now.